It's track reviews.
Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it is time for a track review. We have a new song from none other than Rich Brian of the 88 Rising camp. Before we get into the track review, I do want to mention very quickly that I have a live date coming up, a couple anyway, on the East Coast: Cambridge, Massachusetts at the Sinclair, Brooklyn, New York at Rough Trade, and Hamden, Connecticut at the Space. Tickets down below. I will see you guys there. You're the best, you're the best, you're the best. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. Memes, music, Counter Chesta, talks. We do a live Let's Argue as well. So if you have some hot takes and you want to throw them in my face in person, we can do it there. All right, so again, Rich Brian, he is back. Rapper, songwriter, Mr. Rich Brian. New single out, and from what I understand, before even listening to this track, I guess he's embarking on a slightly different sound this time around. So, I don't know. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a shot. Rich Brian, Yellow, ba-bam. Okay, Rich Brian, Yellow. Yeah, very surprised that he went in this direction. What could I even say this is? I mean, there are elements of hip hop in here. There are elements of R&B in here. There are elements of very grand, lavishly arranged vocal pop. The instrumental presentation here is on the level of grandiosity of like a great high budget Anderson .Paak song or like a Kendrick "To Pimp a Butterfly" cut. Like it's very heavily arranged, and the strings and the bass and all the organic instrumentation melds very nicely with the beat, the synthetic beat, the sequenced beat on this thing. While I wasn't necessarily like blown away by Rich Brian as a singer, and he was singing on a great majority of this track. While I wasn't blown away by him as a singer, he didn't strike me as the most original voice out there in this field right now. The singing was still very good. Like it was very expressive. It was heartfelt. He had great range. For somebody whose rap delivery is typically so flat and even and measured, I didn't anticipate the dude's singing voice to be so, I guess, animated. The song is multi-phased, and there's a slightly different instrumental palette or progression that comes along with each phase that really justifies the 5-minute runtime of this thing beautifully. It's rare that you have an artist who's predominantly known as a rapper who is dropping like these massively arranged 5-minute singles. Typically, things seem to be moving in the opposite direction. Let's come out with the shortest song possible to maximize streams and hit fans over the head with the most simplistic sound, idea, and message that we possibly can. But the emotions and the narrative of this track are complicated. The instrumentation is large and intricate, and the song is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's captivating, but I wouldn't necessarily call it catchy. It's not instantaneous, and that's not a bad thing. It's just not a super hooky track. It's a slow burner. It takes a while for it to really grow on you. I think this track is moving. I think it's beautiful. I think it sounds great. How it will perform as a single, I'm not entirely sure. I think there are probably a lot of fans out there that will be able to put this on and be surprised by the change in direction, and also surprised at how well it's done. It's done incredibly well. This is a great transition. But is this a song that I foresee being played in a lot of parties or slipped into a lot of large Spotify playlists? No, it's not really that vibe. I'm sure the days of Rich Brian producing singles like that are not over, but this track is certainly, I think, going to cause a stir among his fan base, among the 88 Rising fan base, and I don't know, just continues to show his versatility. I mean, I've known up until this point that he's been behind the scenes, sort of flexing his muscles as a songwriter you know, within the 88 Rising camp. He's not just simply a rapper. And it's interesting to sort of hear that talent manifest itself in his own work, his own talent for writing tunes and writing ballads. It's pouring out here, and I think it's doing so beautifully. I think it's kind of translating really well. So I like this one. I thought it was really good. Again, surprised and a little floored at how gorgeous and well put together it really is. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what you think of this new track. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Rich Brian, Yellow, forever.